Dear children, now you can see what is given in your textbook about prepositions. So these are the three important prepositions in, on, at to denote in general and more specific and to denote the very specific. See how it is used for time. For example, in for centuries. So the 1800s. So that centuries to denote the first century, second century, in the fourth century, etc. And decades. So the 10 years are called decades. So the first decade, second decade, in the third decade. So in front of that decades, we can use in. And to denote years also, years in 1970, in 1981, etc., we can use in. So these are more in general to denote time. For months, in the month of July, in May, in August, etc. So the weeks, in 2 weeks, he will be all right. So to denote week, we can use in. To denote time, on is also used, and it is smaller size. For example, May 17th. So along with the date, it is used on May 7th. On May 7th, 1964. So along with the year or along with month, along with the date, if it is used, two uh, times together are used, we can use on. For days, on my birthday, on Monday, on Sunday, etc. The weekend. So on the weekend also we can use. At is also used for time. At 7 a.m. So just time alone is used here. So we can use at 12 o'clock, at 5 p.m. like that. For time it is used. These three prepositions are used. For location, how it is used? Let us see. In country, name of the country, in India, in England, etc. Name of the city or larger places, states, etc. In London, in Chennai, in Delhi. So next for neighborhood also we can use uh, in Chinatown, etc. So on is more specific. For example, when we use the street, name of the street, we can use on Oxford Street, and in some corner avenues, etc., we can use on 7th Avenue, etc. At for address, when we say address and all, we use at. He is residing at 734 Oxford Street. So specific location we can use at the store, at Raja store, etc. We can use. So for time and location, these three prepositions are used. And let us see some more examples. Here it is given prepositions and prepositional phrases. And first let us see what's a preposition. A preposition is a word used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. So it is a linking word or relating word. So it will be relating two words and it will give uh, some meaning. Prepositions are usually short words and they are placed before the nouns. That is why it is called a preposition. Prepositions. So it is positioned before the noun. So prepositions. But there are exceptions. Look at the following sentence. The English language is vital in the medical field. He climbed up the stairs to get into the terrace. Note that the words in bold letters in the above sentence link the two parts of the sentence. These words are called prepositions. And likewise, we can say two sentences, the book is on the table, the book is under the table. You know the difference between these two. The simple word on and under. So it is changing the entire meaning of the sentence. So there are other examples, prepositions and prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrase in the sense along with the preposition some other words are used. Together it will be used as in instead of a preposition. On, off, up, in, out, above, below, over, under, to, from, with, without, before, after, at, during, according to, ahead of, a part of, from, as far as, in spite of, owing to, in addition to, in case of, in front of, but for, on account of, on behalf of, with reference to, etc. So these are prepositions and prepositional phrases. Mostly it is used before the noun, but in some sentences it can be used in the end too. For example, this seat is not very comfortable to sit in. My father gave me some pictures to look at. Was it worth waiting for? So, in these sentences, in the end also it is used. These are exceptions. The preposition in, at, and for occur at the end of the sentence and it is acceptable in usage. Now, dear children, we are going to uh, read this passage and fill in the blanks. So, use the appropriate preposition. So just write the proportions with a pencil in the textbook and take a snap of it and send it to me today. If you don't have the textbook, you just write the numbers and the answers in the rough notebook and take a snap and send it to me. You need not copy this in your classwork now. Just copy it in the textbook or in the rough notebook. That's enough. This exercise A, B, C, and next D also. You can do it. Thank you.